Um, it was okay.
Was okay. How are you holding up with the heat wave again?
Well, it was raining on the weekend, so it was actually just a downpour, and we have air conditioner in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope that
Oh,
you stay.
there's a mouse in my apartment. Was like in the building, and the exterminator is coming today. So I'm gonna talk to him about it because I was trying to spray to keep it out of the apartment, but it keeps clawing its way back in here. So
Have you seen it or have you heard
we've
it?
we've seen it run by, so we know there's a mouse here. This building has mice sometimes because they come in from outside and stuff. So I have to plug all the holes so they don't come back in. But it's kind of hard to do because sometimes they eat. Like I foamed up some of the holes, and some of them got poked out, and some of them the mouse just ate through them. So you have to put something in, like under my radiator. There's like a hole there. You have to make sure there's nowhere that they could get in, and it's pretty hard to do. Yeah.
I am sorry. I mean, in New York City, yes, we do struggle with water bugs, mice sometimes, and a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I also know that there's people exploit this too with the the pest, But that's something else. This is just a mouse.
It is, well, I hope that you're staying safe and it really works so far. That it's not in your apartment, that there will be some other apartments where this mouse can hang out. I hope that.
Yeah.
How was your mood lately? Do you feel any fatigue because of the weather? Because it's like, even with the rains, the humidity level goes up. A lot of people feel certain, like, not nauseous a little bit. How do you feel?
Well, my kid actually like woke up early yesterday, like way early, because he wanted to play video games. Because we've been fighting over that a little bit, because he has nothing else to do. And then he ended up sleeping like right through the middle of the day, all day, because it was raining and the weather made him like take a nap and then stay asleep because he woke up really early. And I was like planning on resting too, and that kind of threw off my sleep cycle a little, but it wasn't as bad as last week. So
All right. Um, are you mentally preparing yourself for another school year? So now that you guys passed the test, is your son staying for the homeschooling for the upcoming year, or are you planning to place him out of school?
I gave them notice that I'm homeschooling him, so far, unless something changes and I have like a way better opportunity, which is what I'm kind of waiting on, then I'm probably gonna homeschool him because I already gave them notice.
Okay, this is something positive. At least this is out of your list, and that's it. Any specific preparations that people do in the United States for schools? Like, do they provide you the books, or you need to buy them?
I need to buy the books, and I need to write them like a general plan of what I'm doing, but it's up to them what they do with that.
How are your health issues that we previously discussed? How is the hair loss, the appetite? Do you still go to the RH for food shopping?
I might go tomorrow. I'm sitting here thinking, am I gonna go or not gonna go? Because I got milk from them, and the milk was bad too. But the cereal, I think, was not. So I don't know, man. I don't know if it's worth it. It seems like crazy, and a lot of things I do to take care of my personal responsibilities. Like if I try to um like think about the mechanics of a like a broader situation, I go, wow, this is fucking crazy. I shouldn't have to do all this crap just to get by because somebody else is like being a criminal, I think. But hey.
By personal responsibilities, you mean
Like the
specific?
very, very basic ones. You know? Like staying healthy and making sure my kid breathes, you know?
And for yourself as well, making sure that you get enough rest, making sure that you've got all of those plans situated, that you know the due dates for stuff. It sounds to me that you're on top of it.
Well, I don't know. You know my take on it. Like, but again, like, you might tell me that I'm over exaggerating, but my take on it is that a lot of this stuff is not fair to me.
A lot of it, I mean, to understand your limitations and your responsibility, that's probably the strength here. To understand that you do at your best ability what you can do, and unfortunately, see if we come to the authorities, the conversation is going from one session of ours to another. You cannot affect them as much as you're trying to let them know what's going on, as much as you're trying to get attention of some authorities. Sometimes they got no response.
It's how much I'm willing to do for this attention, and that seems also not fair to me. That sometimes people scream louder, like kind of like, you know, like when you go to the hospital or something, they give you that a sheet. They're like on a scale of 1 to 10. Do they actually like really think seriously that people answer those honestly? You know, because sometimes we judge people's needs based on, you know, how demanding they are, is what I'm saying. Because I feel like I've been overlooked for so long. You know?
I mean, how do you feel now after some time passed, after you faced some side effects, we call them, of being constantly stressed about the situation and experiencing something with your health? Do you see more priority in yourself in your life rather than anything else?
What do you mean?
I mean, when we just met and you've been sharing some insights of how difficult it is to get someone's attention, you were putting it
I
first.
could prioritize my needs, you know, even like the superficial ones, and me in my situation, because it's not always how you prioritize or what you think. I would still be scrutinized for my behavior, you know, and I have to think, how are my needs fitting in to the real world? You know, I would have to think that way. When others, they just kind of get fed and just kind of get by, and none of this is so confusing to them. You know, like straight up, like I know I expend loads of energy just to feed myself and my child, but I feel like I shouldn't have to. And maybe somebody's sitting there thinking, what the fuck does that pig do? But I look around me and I think, my God, a lot of these people are just corruption.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, a lot of people are dysfunctional. Like, they do not function at the job, at their base value job. Like, I don't know, including like delivery guys, you know, and they get paid like good health benefits and everything. And, you know, they have responsible jobs too. You know, like they have to like deliver packages on time, or like receptionists. Like my friend had a problem, they would just like ignore him and he'd call back for months, and then they'd just call him whenever they felt like, because he didn't give him a card or something. And like I know they're doing it to just like irritate him, and the thing that gets me the most is in this situation, nobody cares about like the funds that are being expended, because like his insurance would pay, like had they actually taken it, and I believe him because he did give them the insurance, and I fall into these situations. They just created a situation, like a pettiness situation, to just create negativity and think that let's distract these people, let's disturb these people somehow, some way, so we're still gonna get ours. But meantime, there's like thousands of dollars in bills that just didn't get paid because of these people's pettiness, and they're thinking about their bills and how they're gonna pay those. But to me it seems like corruption or like money laundering. I don't know. If I was talking to like an actual like police officer, I might lay it out for them and ask them where they caught evidence of what. But I see it like all around me, where people are like dysfunctional at the job that's given that base value. They're being dysfunctional because they're thinking something creepy and greedy and about bribes, and that's just what it is. But I'm not saying I'm better than those people. You know why? I'm saying that I wouldn't have the opportunity because I'm a civilian and I'm, on welfare. So everybody gets to judge me.
Well, look, I gotta give you credit for high level self-awareness. You understand your situation, you understand other people's situation, you understand maybe how people sometimes overuse their power. And given the circumstances, if you were in the situation to help someone or to provide services or give responses that are meaningful in other people's lives, do you really think that you would overdo it, overuse the power?
Overdo what?
Like, overuse your power. Just not overdo, underdo.
Oh, if I had power, I mean, that's the thing with power is, people try to make the world in their image when they have power. True, very true. But a lot of the people that are like, swatting their responsibilities, that's not what it is. It's not from like, oh, I have the surge of power and I'm just going to be mean to people. It's because they don't even have like anything on their mind except this like run for the money business. Like I need to get my kids something. I need to pay my bills. But then like it all goes to hell because if everyone behaves poorly without social responsibility, what kind of society have we created now? And I'm saying that I don't even like sit there imagining this thing. I mean, obviously, if I had power, I would try to influence the world to make it in my own image. And some people don't like me. I'm scary to them as like power and authority. That's okay. I'm just trying to get by. I was just thinking, situation that I am in currently, I wouldn't have the opportunity to just even be myself, basically. Like if I, all these people are like left or right or sexist or racist or something, and they feel like, like they're in their right. But me, I wouldn't even have the opportunity to be highly opinionated without somebody's backlash at me, because people are like, in my emails and like they know what, I live on such a low level, it wouldn't have any meaning, any influence, I'm not an opinionated person.
Why would you say that about yourself? I think you do have understanding of many things and factors, how to live, say affordable housing, Section 8, and how to provide yourself and your kid, what are the responsibilities and what are the rights. I think you understand it all. Because you've been living in this and you've been applying for that and you've been noticing some patterns when it's actually working and when not. And you see the people that are actively trying to help more people that rather do their job, at a mediocre level or maybe below. because you've been living this and you have the experience. I think it's not maybe being opinionated, but definitely experience.
Yeah, for sure. And it's tiresome. I want a better experience, you know. Maybe I want to like feel less like responsible even with my thoughts. Sometimes make them less political and more personal, you know, because sometimes like I've been living like feeling like I've been being knocked around, you know, and then I look at all these people sometimes and I go, wow, fucking selfish, you know, they're all selfish, you know, and that's what I see. Maybe I'm over exaggerating.
I don't know. Why would you say that you're over exaggerating? What is there to exaggerate?
Just that, you know, I wouldn't have like presentable evidence of their nature, you know, but maybe somebody else would. Just make that statement. Just say, you know what, some people like they function at their job from paycheck to paycheck, and then there's civil service, which, you know, is different because they should have concerns, you know, sometimes outside themselves, and they should be the type of people that are willing to self-sacrifice, like, you know, like police and FBI and stuff like that, you know. And sometimes looking at what's going on, and maybe not even just with me, just how we got to this state is maybe, you know, something not right. Because I again, you know, I feel victimized here, you know. I don't feel like I control these politics.
Okay, just out of curiosity, have you, or when was the last time you applied for the affordable housing?
I'm in affordable housing. I'm in Section 8.
Oh, okay, currently.
Currently.
Are you satisfied, or would you rather live in a different building, in a different place? Have you thought of that?
I am not planning on moving. I don't feel moving would like serve me or my child in any way. If I move away from these neighbors, I'll just get new neighbors, you know? And even though I think, you know, that maybe I'm the only one that's rightfully on Section 8, you know, I don't have any like presentable evidence as to that, you know? So, because I'm getting Section 8 right now. I did apply for affordable housing, you know, and they gave it to me for whatever reason. I feel lucky like this, you know. And yet again, it's one of those situations where I couldn't readily explain why I got the affordable housing, but there's like a family waiting for it, you know.
I asked because I noticed recently this summer a lot of clients of mine that were expecting for housing, that were living in shelters and expected to obtain their like apartments. Everything happened for everybody in the period from May to July. At least they were approved, at least the process started, at least they started to get approved for the apartments. And I thought that maybe if you're interested in that.
I'm in an apartment right now. That's why, you know, I feel so lucky, and you know, because I know what it's like to live without an apartment, and you know, and I know there's hardworking families and they want an apartment. They're not even like, they're probably just working. Like they go and, you know, they do their work and then they come back to a shelter. You know, maybe they're not even involved with like all the New York City FBI turmoil that some people are, but you know, sometimes I look at my neighbors and I think those are not those people. Those are not those people. Those are some other people. They're not those hardworking families that, you know, deserve their Section 8 either, you know. And that might be, again, like cognitive distortion or whatnot. Maybe you know, I don't even know what to say anymore. Whatever. But I'm getting by. I'm not like, you know.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that there is, you know, something. Whether people deserve or not, this is conversation more, you know, about politics, economy, history.
It's not. It's just I can't expect like one person to resolve all my issues. Again, that's why, you know, like I sound agitated that I'm talking to you because, you know, I don't want to be like like scared of you either, because you are an authority to me. You know, I don't want to be institutionalized. I don't want to be scared of you either, because there's much worse things to me like than facing my actual reality, you know. But you know, again, I can't expect one person to like fix my life. So
no, I'm definitely not here to scare, and I appreciate your conversations, because you know,
as much as I want to, you know.
Sometimes people do look for folks to fix their problems, but again, we need to dig deeper in history.
I don't know, maybe you can fix my problems. I'm just gonna ask nicely, please. Can you fix
I get it. Behavioral health, it's more about addressing the problems, acknowledging what we can do in the situation, accept all the power, accept all the bad and the good and the ugly that was happening in the situation, and slowly start to grow confidence in order to, you know, there is a prayer to God. It was something about allow me to accept everything I cannot change and have courage to change the things I can. It's about that, more or less. I found similarities, because, you know, some of the
Oh my
clients
god, last week you said it and I was with it. This week you're saying it and I just feel like disturbed by it. Like, what do I have to accept? Like, if I have to accept like being bald or something, it seems too much for me, because like I feel like I can't change it. Like, there's certain things people will never accept because they'll just be like, I can't change it, you know? And that's human nature.
It's interesting, but no, Ilona, definitely you have to give yourself a little bit more credit on the level of awareness. Just trust as you say that I am a figure of authority, trust the expertise as well. There are a lot of people that would just come and be like, fix me now. Do something, fix me.
You know, that scares me too. I don't want to get to that point, because I'm you know, I'm sure that people have emotions, and emotions, they can be out of control. And sometimes people do end up in like a really bad situation where there's nothing left for them to think except fix me now, you know? And I just want to keep myself at the level where I'm not like that. Like, I have some sort of like core to myself, even though it's rebelling against all authority. That's why maybe sometimes I'll be dishonest, you know?
True. Well, let's just focus mainly on your confidence and how to boost your confidence. Because even though you say that there are not that many things that you can control, I still want you to see what you control already and how you've been brilliantly working with this. The fact that you already have the housing, the fact that your son is enrolled in school and you follow his educational journey. Just believe me, not many people have focused on those things. Some people.
I'm so sorry, somebody's knocking on my door. It's being exterminated. Oh. Alright. Okay. Take care. Thank you. Maybe she. Dima!